Next on Watch the Damn Tape, we gotta go over that Super Bowl. Eagles get the win. We're gonna talk about it next. What it do, peeps? I'm the Beat Chef. Welcome to Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. Eagles get the Super Bowl, get the win, 40-22. Let's talk about it. Jesus, this game was ugly. It was ugly from the start to the finish. This was a massacre. I had to send my nieces. I got 3 nieces, all of them little. I had to send them to another room. Yeah, y'all go play Barbies. Go watch Bluey, whatever. Y'all can't watch this. This is ugly. It's ugly. It's too much violence. Go watch it. Maybe y'all go in there. So after I got them out the room, I continued to watch the massacre in New Orleans. This was Usher Raymond. This was situations. That song popped in my head last night, and it was situations. Situation number 1 was Steve Spagnuolo and Andy Reid deciding that, hey, Saquon Barkley rushing the ball is going to kill us more than Jalen Hurts throwing and running. Check. That situation was one of the many factors that helped the Eagles get this win. There's no way in the world Saquon Barkley's not going to bust 80-yard runs every game. If you don't have that much confidence in your front 7 that you're donating other resources and you're leaving corners on islands with 2 explosive wide receivers and a killer tight end going up against your weak linebacking core, you're crazy. I'd rather die death by 1,000 cuts than to get big plays, and that's what they did. They left it open and said, Saquon, you're not gonna kill us today. Saquon had 25 carries, 57 yards, but Jalen Hurts had 11 for 72 and had 221 yards passing. See, it's one thing about Jalen Hurts' game. Jalen Hurts will never be the conventional quarterback that's going to throw for 340, 350 yards a game, and he's going to end up with 4,000 and 5,000 yard seasons at the end of the season. He's a different type of quarterback. Jalen Hurts is from that era I told you where they're putting the best athlete at quarterback and they're just letting him do his thing. That's Lamar. That's Jalen. They're not it's not the Tom Brady. It's not the Peyton Manning, Troy Aikman type quarterbacks anymore. Jalen Hurts is that different model that got the element of running. But the disrespect that was given to him by Steve Spagnuolo, it resulted in the asswhooping.com. They went to asswhooping.com and they got served that L. The second situation, Usher Raymond. Andy Reid putting Patrick Mahomes on an island like that O-line was a Hall of Fame offensive line. That O-line got beat from one side, from the left side to the right side. It didn't matter where the pressure came from. The pocket was collapsing almost every play. It was crazy. This ass whooping was reminiscent of the 85 game where Tony Eason and Steve Grogan were getting manhandled by the Bears. It was on that level. Or that Baltimore Giants Super Bowl where Kerry Collins couldn't do nothing. Kerry Collins couldn't do anything. Baltimore had their way. It was like that. Mahomes didn't get beat as bad in the Tampa Bay Buck game. You know, he had a bad left tackle and he had to make up for those deficiencies. But this game, you can't make up for 5. Can't make up for 5 linemen that can't play. I mean, it was horrible. And you gave them no run game. You didn't bring in extra tight ends. You didn't change your offense. For as much as Terry Bradshaw and some of the guys in the pregame show were saying that Andy Reid's going to come with all these tricks, There was no tricks. The trick was he was going to leave Patrick Mahomes out there to save the day and put on a cape, and it didn't work. And that's on Andy Reid. But there was a lot of situations in this game. The Eagles had two cornerbacks, rookies, playing at a high level. And one of those rookies, Cooper DeJean, picked off Patrick Mahomes and housed him in the Super Bowl. Super impressive. So many situations. The Eagles had plays and had playmakers make plays on all three levels. A complete game. D lineman showed up. Linebacker gets a pick. Secondary locks up Kelsey and gets 2 picks. Masterclass. There ain't much to talk about, and it's a lot to talk about going forward, because you saw, to me, in my opinion, you saw the end of the dynasty. That's it for Kansas. Kansas City's going to have to rebuild, and that's going to be another video, and they need a lot. We're going to call it grocery list. And I'll give you a hint. They better get some O-linemen, and they better get a tailback that can run. Because that's what Patrick Mahomes is going to need. And they might want to get a wide receiver. A bona fide number 1. But that's a story for another day. Today, it's Eagles. Eagles put asswhooping.com on the Chiefs in epic fashion. I enjoyed the hell out of this game. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. I thought Saquon was going to break one big run and get about 120 and get about 60 yards receiving. He didn't get anywhere close to 120 yards. He had 40 yards receiving. But it was a great win for the Eagles. The class of the NFC East, and if anybody knows NFC East football has always been physical defense and run game. And as long as you got that, you can win against any team. If you can play defense and run the ball. Kansas City never took anything from the Eagles playbook. And that goes to coaching. Nick Sirianni and his staff out-coached Andy Reid. They also had the better team on paper. I'd love to know what you guys thought about the Super Bowl. Tell me the situations that you saw. Those two to me were the biggest ones. The lack of respect for Jalen Hurts and Andy Reid putting Patrick Mahomes on a hey, here, put on your cape and take us to the Super Bowl and get this three-peat. Let me know the situations that you saw in the game. Leave your comments below. And until next time, folks, peace.